Embroiderers Association of Canada, Inc. Association Canadienne de Broderie, Inc. 50 years from 1973 to 2023. How did the association come to be? A small group of embroiderers met in Winnipeg in the studio of Leonida Leatherdale, and they decided that a group should be started. The first meeting was held on September 27, 1973, with an amazing 60 attendees. The name was changed to the Embroiderers Association of Canada, Inc. when incorporated in November 1974. The original name was the Embroiderers Guild of Canada. The aim at that time was as follows. It is to function as a nonprofit educational organization for the purpose of encouraging and promoting the practice and knowledge of the art of embroidery, and to encompass not necessarily skilled craftswomen, but primarily those who enjoy needlework and wish to learn and share their knowledge, and thereby work towards maintaining higher standards of design, color, and workmanship in all forms of embroidery and canvas work. Later in our history, our aim was divided into two, being an aim and a purpose. Our aim is to preserve traditional techniques and promote new challenges in the art of embroidery through education and networking. Our purpose is to encourage and promote the practice and knowledge of the art of embroidery in all its forms, to have a fellowship of persons who enjoy needlework and wish to learn and share their knowledge, and thereby to work towards maintaining higher standards of design, color, and workmanship. Here is a little bit of the initial history timeline. The first formal organization, as already stated, was September 1973, with 60 people attending. The first president was Leonida Leatherdale, and this is a lovely picture of her on the left. The first chapter was the Winnipeg Embroiderers Guild. The first newsletter was the very next month, October 1973. The library was started the following spring in 1974. The association was incorporated in November 1974. The first seminar was the following spring, 1975. This group was really busy. Here is another timeline showing the initial chapters that joined the association. As we already mentioned, the Winnipeg Embroiderers Guild was the first formal guild established in 1973. 2 years later, the Toronto Guild of Stitchery joined, and the following year, the Ottawa Valley Guild of Stitchery. Chapter statistics. Currently, there are 38 chapters, including one that is 100% virtual. Chapters started joining 2 years after Winnipeg, with the Toronto Guild of Stitchery being the second to join. Our most recent chapters are the Scarborough Needle Arts Guild in Scarborough, Ontario, and the Trillium Embroidery Guild in Whitby, Ontario. Members in total are approximately 1,500. This map of Canada depicts the location of where our current chapters are located. Can you believe we still have some of our original and early day members? From 1973, Anna Marie Winter, Judy Stewart, and Glyde McLennan. From the following year, Miriam Birkenthal. Anna Marie is still an active member and our heritage appointee. Judy Stewart is a life member. Glyde McLennan was in the original group, left for a few years, and over a decade ago she rejoined via the York Chatelaines. She also assisted in the incorporation of the association. The Leonida Leatherdale Library was established spring of 1974, and it now has over 1,600 titles and is located in Winnipeg. Members can borrow at any time. The library has many out-of-print and hard-to-find books. It's a fabulous resource for your own projects as well as any of the correspondence courses. See the EAC-ACB website for the entire library list. Embroidery Canada, our association's magazine. It started as a typed, photostated document from the beginning, more like minutes of a meeting. Photostat. Do you all remember those? In 1991, it was moved to a more magazine style and color photos. Currently, there are 2 issues a year. Seminar. What do you think of when we say seminar? Usually, it tends to be a one-day event of lectures and camaraderie, but not our association. From the get-go, 1975 had a 3-day seminar that included a lecture, a boutique of vendors, lunch, a reception, a banquet, and 2 classes with some supplies. And can you believe that entire thing only cost $75? What's seminar today? Today, it's 5 days of classes, lectures, day trips, meals, including a banquet, and lots of vendors, and tons of camaraderie. Our AIM mentioned education, and we have a fabulous education department. Currently, we have courses that are technique study, projects, and cyber issued. They are also starting a project by email series. Some will start in 2023, and it's expected in 2024 for 6 new to be issued and 12 in 2025. They are also going to revamp some of the technique studies and call them a taste of. It'll be the same concept, but less research and less in depth. There is also a teacher certification, which will be reissued in the spring of 2024. Some of our initial teachers: Bunty Severs, Anna Marie Winter, Dorita Grant, Carolyn Mitchell, Janice Routley, Colleen Darling, Loletta Hale, Helen McCrindle, Shirley May Collis. And this lovely picture to the right is a picture of Dorita Grant. The EAC-ACB Heritage Collection. Heritage items started to be collected in the 1980s, but the official formation was in 1991 when there was a donation of textiles from the estate of Leonida. They are currently housed at Saskatchewan Government House in Regina, and one of the oldest pieces in the collection is dated to be 1758 and is a sampler. There are many times when our collection has parts on display at Government House. If you're ever in Regina, ensure to go see it. And even if they are not on display, you can always request to have a visit with one of the members of the Heritage Collection. The sampler registry was added many years later. It was created to locate and document samplers in Canada for the purpose of study and research. This registry is available to anyone, members and non-members. If you wish to add to the registry, you can submit right on our website. There are many awards and grants within the association. The Leonida Leatherdale Award, a service award for volunteering in both your chapter and within the association, an original design award, a viewer's choice award, seminar theme award, seminar group project award, pulled thread award, seminar grants, Pauline Glover educational grant, and a memorial fund. Pictured on this slide to the right is the original award for the Leonida Leatherdale. And on the left is the pendant that is given for the original design award. Over the years, the association has participated in large group projects. This one was called the Heritage Quilt. It was 42 blocks from all the chapters to make as a fundraiser quilt that was to be presented at Seminar 1984. This group project was to celebrate the 25th anniversary of EAC-ACB. It's titled A Canadienne Reflection and was unveiled at the May 1998 Annual General Meeting. It is currently part of the Heritage Collection. This the most recent group project. It is called Canadian Embroidery Tapestry. It was headed by Helen McCrindle and designed by textile artist Catherine Nichols. More than 650 Canadians and more than 8,000 hours of work were put into this two-panel project. It was completed in 2018 and now resides in the Pauline Vanier Room in Rideau Hall, the home of the Governor-General of Canada. It can be viewed on tour of the Rideau Hall. The Roses Project is an educational set of binders, presenting many embroidery techniques with the same outline being used. There are currently 80 stitch roses that showcase 39 varied techniques. 42 embroiderers submitted to the project. These binders can be borrowed for internal chapter use or use at any shows your chapter might be participating in. From the top left across the slide is Mixed Media by Sue Thomas, Blackwork by Bunny Goodman, Crewel Long and Short by Peggy Kimball. The middle row is Metal Goldwork Couching by Linda Brenner, Dresden Lace by Mike Parr, Wessex by Joanne Troy. The bottom row is Dorset and Feather Stitch by Elizabeth Hamilton, and French Knots by Ellen Paborsa. 2023 has brought us a virtual speaker series. These speakers are local and around the world. For upcoming speakers, please visit the EAC-ACB website. Well, that's the end of our quick 50-year review, and we're looking forward to the next 50.